Okay, hello there kids. Today we are going to talk about sustainable development or likas kayang pag-unlad. Okay, let's say part 1 to kasi there are two parts. So one is industry, care and protection of the environment, and productivity and equality. Actually, meron pa pala. And of course, work ethics. Okay. Okay, so first is industry. Ano nga bang industry? I know that you're going to think about a certain factory that deals with raw materials, parang industrial plant, no, such as yung mga sardine companies natin dyan sa West Coast. Well, basically, industry refers to hard work. Okay? So there's actually a different meaning for industry, which means hard work or kasipagan in Tagalog. Okay? People who are hard workers are usually disciplined and focused. So, if you are a hard worker kasi, basically, disciplined kayo. In other words, anong ibig sabihin yan? What do you mean by disciplined in terms of being a hard worker? So, it means that you have goals for the day. You have to finish things. You don't want to be lazy. You will just lay around and play. Hindi yung, you don't, you basically are like wasting your time. Like, you could have done more if you did not become or feel lazy at some point. And because of you are disciplined, you are of course also focused, no? So focused kayo. Focused on what? Doing the work that you are working on, the thing that you're working on, the project that you're working on, being able to finish everything. So you know your priority. Work, work, work. Like sa case nyo naman, you can say that as a student that you do study, finish your modules, like now for now nga that's the proper term, mga worksheets ninyo for the given task, no? Like for example, you have scheduled for today, you'll finish it today, you'll not wait until the end of the week sa kanyong pagagawin yung work ninyo. Okay, so that will not define you as a hard worker. Okay, so hard work, the benefits of, not actually benefits, but at some point, no? So the productivity refers to how much work you can do in a day. Okay, yung for example, you can normally other employees can make like 3-4 works in a day, pero you can, I mean based on your type of work, then you can basically make more than that, no? You can make more than what others can do in a day. So mas maganda yung output ninyo, yung outcome ninyo. So as a student side naman, so instead of doing 5 activities, for example, you have 5 activities for the day, you're only able to do 3. Pero kung disciplined and focused lang kayo, most likely you will be able to finish all 5. Okay? And even possibly search about your other future topics that is connected to your main topic right now. Okay? So that's one example. Successful. You'll most likely be successful if you are a hard-working person. In terms of work, you'll be promoted. You'll have a high position. You'll be respected more. Sadly, in this world, that is how it is. Kasi what I'm trying to say is, kasi even though the person is not successful, you should still respect them. Okay. Respeto. Lahat yan. General term yan. It's in general. You should respect anyone, anybody. It doesn't mean that they are poor, that they did not become successful in life. You should not disrespect them. Respect pa rin. Unless they did something bad to you. Saka na tayo magiging not actually disrespectful. I'm not telling you to be disrespectful once they become disrespectful to you. Pero yun na. You get the point. So anyway, yun na. If you are a hardworking person, you will most likely be successful. The same lang din as a student's perspective. If you are a hardworking student, you finish all your work immediately. You clarify things with the teachers as early as possible. Not waiting for the sun to set. Not waiting for the time na bago pa matulog yung teacher nyo. Aabot ng 9, 10, 11 p.m. Saka nyo patatawagin. Not wait for 3 to 4 days. For example, the task was given to you on Monday or Tuesday, then you are going to ask of the question sa Saturday na or sa Sunday. Thinking about the time, no? Saturday, Sunday, yan na lang yung time ng teachers. Actually, work time pa rin yan. Yan ang difference ng teachers kasi. Even on weekends, we still need to prepare and work. Pwera na lang kung we are able to make lessons earlier, prepare things earlier. So yun na nga, hardworking, disciplined ka, focused ka, you'll be able to get some benefits as having more time for yourself. Okay. So, anyway, yun na. Huwag nyo nang hintayin. Pag binigay sa inyo Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday, on that day, tanungin nyo kagad yung teacher nyo. Clarifications. Try to scan. Kung hindi nyo man muna sasagutin, try to scan what your work is about. Okay? So, and most likely, you will be successful. You'll have better grades. You'll perform better in class, in general. Okay? So, that's what I'm trying to say. Care and protection of the environment. So, concerned and cares about the environment. Be aware of rules and regulations when it comes to environment or at least as a person. Kulang pa talaga sa teacher mark na it. When it comes to environment or at least as a person. So, environment nyo. Talking about the environment. So, I'm referring to cleanliness basically. Kasi that's the only way naman na pwede nating mabigyan ng care, protection of our environment. Cleanliness. Kasi kung malinis ang environment ninyo, maganda yung tingin ng tao sa inyo. They'll be impressed. Oh, ang linis. Just like when you see, for those who have visited other countries, you'll most likely be impressed on how clean they are. Malinis yung city nila, malinis yung kalsada nila. Well-disciplined yung mga tao. Dito sa Philippines, I'm not saying that hindi disiplinado yung tao, pero at some point, sadly, you can see, no? You can see with your eyes na talagang wala. Itatapon lang to, tatapon to, anywhere they want to throw their things or garbage. Okay. So, medyo pangit yun. Okay? And of course, as a person lang naman yan. Depende na kasi yan eh. Rules and regulations around your community, your environment, or at least for yourself. Dapat alam nyo yan. As a person na yan. Hindi na kailangan ng rules and regulations. You should be at least as a person. Na, for example, you are now in a certain place and you are just allowed to throw things around. It doesn't mean that you will just throw things around. You'll throw trash around. Hindi pwede ganun. Diba? So, dapat, as a person, you should know the do's and don'ts. Technically. Okay? Okay, the willingness to clean. Willing ba kayo maglinis? Do you even clean your house? Do you? Okay, yan ang number 1. Bahay nyo. Do you clean your house even without being asked to? At least man lang to sweep. Sweep. Or help with the dishes. Especially mga higher grades na dyan. Do you even help your parents? Or kahit na, let's say, baka sasabihin nyo, we have yayas, they get paid. Oh, it doesn't mean that they get paid. They basically just do everything for you. As a person, if you want to build, you also do your part. That's also part of learning and discipline. Dinidisiplinan nyo ang sarili ninyo. At least man lang to wash the dishes and sweep. Yan yung mga basic na yan. To mop the floor. Ganun lang. Basic lang yan. So, sana that you are doing your work at home. Willingness to clean the community, individually or united as a group. Anong ibig sabihin ng individually? So, possibly, individually is referring to outside your house. Yung territory ng outside your house, yung sa labas. Siyempre, even though you don't own it, you should at least clean it para maganda tignan. So that if you have visitors or yung mga dumadaan lang dyan sa harap ng bahay ninyo, they will see that your place is clean. At least, di ba? I mean, it is not yours, but it is your responsibility at some point. So, you need to. And also, as a group, we're talking about mountain area and river. So, these are basically like volunteers, no? Volunteers yan that gets to clean this certain area. Hindi lang yan. Hindi lang mountain, hindi lang river. There are lots of other places pa. Like a certain area in your barangay na pwede nyong pagtulungan. Okay? So, syempre, kasi cleanliness is important, else, dyan na yung mag-uumpisa yung sickness in a certain area. Unhealthy na yung area and you are exposed to it. So, your loss. So, the cleanliness is your benefit. Okay? Giving importance to your surroundings. Kaya, syempre, basically, it's connected to this na nga, willingness to clean. So, you should give importance to your surroundings. Kailangan, you should know when to clean. It doesn't mean that you need to wait for a pile of garbage pa sa kanyo linisin. As much as possible, from time to time, you need to clean. So, malay nyo yung sa harap nyo. If you're using a table, computer table right now, try to at least wipe a part of the table with the use of your finger. Tingnan nyo if may dumi. If may dumi, alam nyo na that it's dirty. There are certain layer of dust. So, linisin nyo na. After this, watching this one, wipe na yan. Okay? So, surroundings lang. Hindi lang yan, not your room, not just your room, not just your house. Basically, around you. Okay? So, give importance. Sa labas nyo, baka may mga basura dyan, kunin nyo na, pick it up. Don't wait for anybody and anyone to just do it for you. If you can do it, then just do it. Okay? Productivity and quality. So, being productive at everything that you do. Ano nga bang ibig sabihin ng productive? No? Being able to accomplish as much work as you can in a given time. So, for example, you like what I've said earlier, as a student, you have 5 activities. Tapusin nyo lahat in a day. Para next day, another 5 activities will be given plus the work that you were not able to finish the day before. Madadagdagan. Diba? So, you don't want that. Being able to accomplish as much work, okay, in a given day. Kasi, what will happen is, if you're gonna waste your time and you were only able to do 3, for example, it's Tuesday, then you have Wednesday. So you were given 5 tasks. Here you're only able to finish 2, which means meron pa tayo ngayong 2 pending or unfinished work. So Wednesday naman, you were given another 5. Ngayon, you have this plus 2 dito. So you now have a total of 7 na. 'Di ba? My 7 looks weird. Blame my mouse. So anyway, this is what I'm trying to say. Be productive. Finish your work. Else, things will pile up and it will be harder for you. So for example, dito sa Wednesday ngayon, you were only able to finish what? Let's say you're only able to finish 4. So you then have another 3. Tapos pagdating nyo ngayon sa Thursday, you're given another, let's say 6 na. Different subjects. So ngayon magiging plus 3 na, a total of 9. So mas dumadami day by day if you will not finish your activity at a given time. Okay? So dapat, as much as possible, finish what you can finish in a day. Okay? Kasi most likely sa inyo, especially that you are at home, no one is looking after you. So, mas marami sa inyo naglalaro lang, phones ninyo, watching movie or such. Okay, taking your time, maybe sleeping. So, take advantage of the time. More work, the better. Okay? So, tanggalin ko muna to. Okay, assuring the quality according to your productivity. Anong ibig sabihin ng assuring the quality according to your productivity? So, as a student, I don't know how will I relate that, pero as an adult, no? Assuring the quality according to your productivity. Anong ibig sabihin yan? So, basically, kung ano yung ginagawa mo in a day, make sure that it has the quality to it. That it is effective. Not just because of accomplishing whatever you're working on. Just for the sake. Dapat may quality. No errors. Maganda yung output niya. Maganda yung outcome niya. Like for example, as a part of the teacher, make sure that the lessons that you are making is understandable. So, ganun. Parang ganun yung what we're trying to say. Rather than finishing all the definition, kinaka-copy-paste lang ng teacher ang meaning from the internet. So, tapos walang further clarification to the students. So, disadvantage yan. Okay, so basically, yan ang minimin natin by assuring the quality according to your productivity. Oo nga, you were able to finish 10, mga 10 activities. Then out of those 10, low quality lang pala yung in terms of learning for the kids. So, di ba, pangit in your part. Wala kayo masyadong na-learn. Let's say may 5 topics kayo. Then out of the 5 topics, 2 lang yung naintindihan talaga ng bata. So, ineffective yung preparation. So, make sure that there's quality to whatever you do. Okay? So, work ethics. Ano nga bang ibig sabihin ng work ethics? So, based on how you do you. Okay. Pause ko lang muna. Wait lang po. Okay, there. Fix ko lang. Okay, again. Based on how you do your work in terms of attendance. So, work ethics yan. Parang like rules that you need to follow. Okay, as a person. So, kunwari, ito na nga. We have attendance. Siyempre, if you want to be respected, you need to go you need to come on time. Earlier or on time, 'di ba? Appearance, you need to look neat. Kasi if you'll not it doesn't matter if you're ugly. Ang importante you look good, 'di ba? Well dressed kayo. Rather than you are handsome pero wala namang ayos yung pananamit ninyo, so what's the point? Attitude, this is very important in connection with the next one, which is character and communication. So these two are very important. Attitude, character, and communication. Kasi this will basically reflect, especially if you are dealing with customers, no? Dealing with customers. That is very important that you need to have this certain attitude. You should not be affected emotionally. Kasi if you are, so that will basically affect your performance overall. Okay. So, kailangan nyo to show positivity in terms of attitude. Show the positive side of you. All of us have the negative sides. So, ganun lang yun. So, altogether na yan, attitude, character, and communication. You need to know how to communicate properly. Don't say certain words that could offend the person, at least, di ba? Kasi if you don't have anything good to say, so better yet, just keep your mouth shut instead. Cooperation. So, pagdating sa work, hindi pwede solo ka lang. Okay? Especially as a team. Kasi there are certain places where you need to work as a team. May role ang kada isa. So, you need to do your part. Else, kasi your part is somehow connected to the works of others. So, if wala kang cooperation sa group ninyo, most likely, your group will not succeed because of you. Okay? Respect and teamwork. So, nandyan na yan eh. Respect basically refers to ito na attitude, character, and communication. And also, teamwork, cooperation. It falls under there. So, cooperation. Productivity. I already explained earlier kung ano yung productivity. And at least, organizational skills. Neatness. Hindi lang sa things. Everything. Your schedule, your appointments with people around you, no? So, of course, yun na nga, like what I've said earlier, the arrangement of your office, your table, at least. Okay? So, yan na yan. At least you know things what to do. So, ito yung basic topics natin in terms of sustainable development.